morning, everybody. Welcome to the homework helper for 9.1. A day delayed, but you know, life happens. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be measuring of central tendency, and it's important to know what central tendency is. These are your typical averages. So we're talking about mean, we're talking about median, and we are talking about mode. And the mean, of course, is where we add up all the numbers in the sequence. So one of the ways I like, we do like, term 1 plus term 2 plus term 3, etc., all the way up to however many terms we have. So I put that as t, and then we divide it by that t, however many numbers we have. So if I had 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, add them all together, and then I divide by 4. Median, of course, is when we rank numbers in order of lowest value to highest value. We find that middle point, and mode is the most common occurring. Most common. All right. So let's go ahead and look at one of these problems to see exactly what's being asked of us. We see that Sam's test scores for the term were 60, 89, 83, 99, 95, and 60. And then suppose that Sam's teacher decided to base the term grade on the mean. What grade would Sam receive? So this is the mean problem, so we need to add them all up. So we would do 60 plus 89 plus 83 plus 99 plus 95 plus 60, and then we would divide by the number of tests he took. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we do all that and then divide it by 6. Okay, so let's do all that and then divide it by 6. So we've got 60 plus 89 plus 83 plus 99 plus 95 plus 60. So we get this big number, 486, and we're going to divide that by 6. So we just divide by 6, and we get 81. Sweet. Ooh. So he would receive an 81 for the term, and then you get to decide whether or not you think this is fair. This is actually an interesting question, as while he got 4 grades that were B or higher, he got 2 Ds. So, I don't know, 81 might be a little fair, but you can explain your reasoning however you like. And then number 2 is going to ask you to do it by the median score, so we would line them up in order. So we got 60, 60, the next lowest one was an 83, next lowest one was 89, next lowest one was a 95, and the next lowest was a 99. Okay, we'd find our midpoint, which is right here. And now we have 2 numbers that split the midpoint. There isn't a number exactly in the middle. So what we would do here is we would do 83 plus 89, and then divide that by 2. We would average those so that he would get an 86%. And then we get to decide which one we think is fair. Alrighty, so that's that. Moving on. Moving on up. Backside, box and whisker. We've done a lot of box and whiskers, but luckily we see that these are in order. We know that our lowest value is going to be at 60, so we can start there. This is going to be 60, that's our lowest. We see that our highest value is at 100, so we know this right here is going to be our highest. And now we just need to separate this thing into quartiles. So that requires a little bit of counting. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. We have 28 values. So if I divide that by 2, I have 14. So I'm going to have, that's going to be my halfway point. There's going to be 14 on one side, 14 on the other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So right here's my midpoint. My midpoint's between 84 and 88. So I have to, again, average those numbers. So I do 84 plus 88, and then divide by 2 to get 86. So I know that my midpoint is at 86. So all I have to do is find 86 on my graph. And I know that this is my midpoint. All right, now we do the same thing. If this is 14 numbers on the first half and 14 numbers on the second half, to find my quartiles, I now have to do half of 14, which is 7. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. And so it's between 76 and 80. And I just know that that's going to be 78. So 75, 76, 77, 78. Here it is. So this is my end of my first quarter. So it looks something like this. All right, now I just need to figure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's between 96 and 96, so that's going to be 96. So it's going to look a little something like this. Boop, beep, bop. Cool. So there we go. I got my box and whisker plot. We can see that it kind of skews right a little bit. And then we can talk about that. Finally, let's go. It's asking us to create a histogram. So we're using the same information, but we're going to use it as a histogram. So it wants us to make a frequency table. And so this is the frequency table. So what it's asking for is we look at the number of scores between 60 and 64. So we've got these two. So I would say that happened twice. I then look at 65 to 69. I see that we have 2. So I'm going to say that happened twice. I then look at from 70 to 74. I only have 1 number. So I'll say that it happens once. And so on and so forth. I'll let you do the rest of it, but that's how I found all of these. Then, when it comes time to graph this, well, this is what I'm going to end up graphing. But I'm going to graph it in this chart here. So it wants us to do it by intervals of 5. So that means 50 to 54, whoops, that's an interval. 60 to 60, that's an interval. 65 to 70, that's an interval, etc., etc. Ignore this line. This line means nothing. So now what I need to do is I need to plot this. So I see that I have 2 in the 60 to 64. So I'll say this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, etc. So I have 2 from 60 to 64. So from 60 to 64, I'm going to go to 2. And we're going to draw it up to that 65 line, but it doesn't actually count for 65. This is just 60 through 64. Because 60 through 65, or 65 through 70, I'm sorry. 65 through 70, or 69, oh my gosh, I haven't had my coffee yet. 69 is going to be here, and that's also 2. 1, 2. 70 through 74 is 1, so that's going to be right here, etc., etc. And so that's how we graph it. Beautiful. All right, that's 9.1. Best of luck, woodchucks. I believe in you.